Namaste and hello. Welcome to the Art of Yoga project. My name is Jerome. Thank you for taking the time to show up on your mat and practice with me here today. We're going to be going over a meditation class. So let's get started. We're going to start with some warm-up, just a couple shoulder rolls, just to waken up the body a little bit and bring some breath into our practice. So just inhaling, shoulders up, and exhaling, shoulders down. Just kind of rolling your shoulders on your own. Just allowing your breath to open up the shoulders, open up your chest, and get some breathing into your body. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Just a couple rounds this way. And then you can start to bring the shoulders forward. Just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Good. All right. Let's take the right leg, straighten it out. Bring the left foot in. Take a deep breath, nice tall spine. And as we exhale, we're going to bring our chest towards the top of the thigh. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, draw the chest closer to the top of the thigh. We can bring our hand to our shin, our knee, or our ankle. Whatever feels comfortable, but let's make sure that our left butt cheek isn't picking up off the ground. You want to make sure that you're grounding that left butt cheek down into the ground as I stretch towards my right leg. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths here. In and exhale. 1 more time. In and exhale. Good. Let's switch to the other side. Take your right foot. Left foot straightens out. Inhale, tall spine. And breathing out to the left. Again, grabbing shin, ankle, or knee, whatever feels most comfortable. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Last time. One more breath in. And exhale, let it go. All right. Now we're going to rotate onto our back, give our spine a little bit of a stretch, and then we'll go into the meditation practice. Let's get our feet on the floor. I'll meet you with your shoulders back on the mat. Hands are down by our side. We're going to lift our hips into bridge. Each time we go up into bridge, I'm going to be holding for 3 breaths. We're just going up 2 times. Ready? First one, inhale. Hips off the ground. And as a reminder, I want to imagine that I'm squeezing a football between my knees. When I get those muscles to turn on, now my hips can start to come up. I can drive off my shoulders. I get that nice curve in my back. Last breath, deep inhale. And exhale, lower down. Good, just 1 more like that. All right, let's get ready to move. On your next breath in, I want you to press off the ground with your feet and lift your hips. Ready? Inhale. And squeezing your knees together. Just 2 more breaths here. last breath, exhale and lower down. Good, just a little stretch for your back. All right, next thing, I'm gonna take my right hand out to a T. Take a deep inhale. Both knees go to the left. Good, I'm gonna take my other hand, rest it on the top of my leg, and I'm looking over my right shoulder. Last breath here, deep into the belly. Fill the chest and exhale back to center. All right, taking it to the right. Knees over to the side. Right hand on the top leg. Left hand just out to a T. This time I'm looking over my left shoulder. Last breath here. And exhale, untwist. All right. Coming up to a seat. Now, as always, we're going to check in. And when we check in, my first question to you is, how are you feeling today? How are you feeling in your body? And how are you feeling emotionally? A lot of the times my emotions will match my feelings in my body. So if I'm feeling heavy, a lot of times my emotions are feeling heavy, sluggish, slow. A lot of times when my body is feeling up, my emotions are going to be matching that. Okay, so for this meditation class, I want to talk about setting intention. So setting intention means giving yourself a reason for doing something. So for this meditation class, just this one, I have an intention. Maybe I meditate again tomorrow. And tomorrow I might have a different purpose or a different reason for meditating. Let me give you some examples. So an intention that you can set is to be in the present moment while I'm meditating. Okay? Another intention that I can have is to allow negative emotions to come up without judgment. So, non-judgment. Another one can be to be mindful of my thoughts while I'm in the meditation. Maybe something will distract me and I'll just continue to think about that distraction. If I have an intention that says, hey, if I'm getting distracted by a thought, I'm going to notice that and I'm going to come back to what my intention is, being in the present. Okay? So just having an intention allows you to have an anchor. Just like a boat has an anchor in the ocean, our mind is going to have an anchor to the breath in the present moment. Okay? So, let's start by laying on our backs. Again, the same position that we were in bridge, feet on the floor. So, just to give you a quick visual, it'll look like this. What I'm going to do is guide you through the meditation sitting up. So, just giving you a little time to find a comfortable position to meditate. So we'll try laying on our back with our feet on the floor. All right. So let me go back to that anchor. So I use breathing as an anchor to the present because it gives my mind something to do that is connected to the present moment. So Instead of allowing myself to worry about my next court date or some homework I need to finish or a bad grade on a test, maybe something in the past, what I'll do is focus on taking my next breath in. And that's happening in this moment. It's not happening in the future. It's not happening in the past. It's happening right now. So that's why I like to use the breath. Once we're in a comfortable laying down position, we're going to take 3 deep breaths just to settle in. So just a deep breath in through the nose, nice and simple. Exhale out of the mouth. Good. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Just settling in. Inhale. 1 last time. And exhale out. Good. So we're going to start by focusing our breath. The first 5 rounds of breathing, just observing the breath, noticing any quality that it has. Maybe it's short, maybe it's fast. Whatever it is, just notice what you're doing with your breath on the next 5 rounds. Okay, and now as you're finishing up your 5 breaths, I want us to start to focus on a strong, even exhale. So I'm focusing on my exhale through the nose, and I want it even with my inhale. So if I have a nice long inhale, I want to make sure that I'm having an even, long exhale through my nose. Let's take a few rounds of breathing, just focused on the exhale here. Again, when you notice your mind wandering, remember that you have a job to do. We want to make sure that you are continuing that even exhale. Last round here. Good. Now on our next few rounds of breathing, we're going to be focusing on softening the belly on the inhale. So take your next breath in through the nose and allow your belly to soften as you fill your stomach and your chest full of air. Inhale, soft belly. And exhale. Come back to the breath when you get distracted. nice soft belly on the inhale. Good. Once you start to feel comfortable softening the belly, you can start to add that even exhale. So inhaling through the nose, soften the belly, and then nice even exhale. Two more rounds here. Good. Now I'm going to work on feeling my shoulders melting into the ground as I exhale. So, inhaling through the nose, soften the belly, and on the exhale, allow your shoulders to become heavy. Another round of breath in. And exhale, allow the shoulders. Release the weight. And just a reminder that even when we're being asked to be gentle with ourselves, with our breathing, if we start to become agitated, that's natural. So allowing yourself to become agitated and making space for that. Okay, when we make room for it, for a mistake, it's okay to come back to your job. Okay, come back to breathing. Now let's notice the jaw. Notice if the teeth are clenched. See if I can relax the jaw, soften the bones in my jaw and my scalp, the connective tissue in my skull. See if we can soften the jaw on our exhales. Just a few more rounds focused on your jaw. Maybe your shoulders are softening, my belly softening. Nice even exhale. Good. Now let's focus on the hips. Take a deep breath into the belly. And on the exhale, allow the hips to become heavy. Good. Let's try again. Inhale through the nose. Exhaling, feeling the hips release the weight into the ground. Just a few more rounds here before we shift into a different position. And one more breath here. Good. Now start to straighten the legs if you haven't already. Allow the feet to come in contact with the floor, the backs of the legs, the knees to straighten, still on our backs. Now on the exhales, I want you to feel the tops of your legs, the big muscles in your legs, the calves, the knees, and the arches of the feet. Allow them to get heavy and melt into your mat. Deep breath in. And exhaling, releasing the weight into the ground. Good. Now let's start to connect all our body parts together. The legs, the hips, the shoulders, and the jaw. Take a deep breath into the belly, soften. And as I exhale, I feel my hips get heavy with my shoulders, with my legs, and the jaw is softening. Few rounds of breath here. And one more deep breath, feeling into all the spaces in our body. Now reach your arms overhead, point your toes away from your face, give yourself a full body stretch. And we're going to sit just with normal breath, observing peace and quiet in your body. Go ahead and wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll onto one side and come up to a seat. Now for the checkout question. Was there a particular feeling or thought that came up for you over and over? A particular thought or feeling that came up in your mind during meditation more than once or repeatedly, a pattern. See if you can notice. Think back. Was there something that was bothering you? Were you getting frustrated? Maybe curious about what was going to come next? I want to thank you for showing up here and practicing with me at the Art of Yoga. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste.